Welcome, everybody. This is Kev from the TikiNation.com, your ukulele success coach, and today we're going to be working on a fun little skill-building chord exercise. I think you're going to like it. You're going to be rocking out in a second. So let's get to it. What evil have I prepared for you this time? All right, make a G chord. So chords are movable. And we're going to use this shape, this major triad of a G chord, and we're going to strum all the way across the neck. Now normally you have to have a chord in a closed position, but we're not going to worry about that right now. What we're going to do is just play a regular open G chord, and we're going to pretend that our fingers are a railroad train and they're on 3 tracks. So the train never comes off the track for this entire exercise. You never lift your fingers up. You're going to keep your fingers right on the string the whole time. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice moving from the 2nd fret where the G is on now, fret 1, fret 2, and we're going to move up to the first dot on your neck. On most people's ukulele neck should be on the 5th fret. So we're going to move our position from there, and we're going to take the train and we're going to chug it right down to the 5th fret. Okay, now let's go back to that first shape. Now we've got a G chord here, and this is a major triad, so we call it a voicing of a major chord. If we play only the 3 strings, strings 1, 2, and 3, that's the major triad. If we move that up to the 5th fret, we've got a different chord, a different major triad. And that chord happens to be a B flat. So we call that a voicing. This is one voice of B flat, and here's another voice of B flat. Just like some people have higher voices, this is a higher voicing of that chord. So we're going to play it like this. And let's go back with our railroad tracks. We're on the railroad tracks. Let's move our fingers right back to the 2nd fret. So we've got this. And let's move it up to the 5th fret without lifting up your fingers. Just slide right on the strings like you're on the tracks. You push when you get to your destination, right? You lift up the pressure and you slide up the tracks and then you brake. You push your brakes down. Lift up, but don't come off the track. Slide up, push your brakes down. All right, let's try and move back to the 2nd fret and get a little strumming going. And we're going to strum all of the strings. Down, up, down like this. And all I'm doing is I'm using the back of my index finger downward and the flesh of my index finger upward. You can strum with 3 fingers down. Always strum up with 1 finger though. I'm just going to use the 1 finger. That's all I'm doing. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so this is our motor. Our strumming hand is the motor, right? If you play ukulele right-handed, the right hand is the strummer. Your choo-choo train is on the 2nd fret. What we're going to do now is move it up to the 5th fret. Let's go back to the station. Move it up to the 5th fret. All right, now we're going to go to the next stop, which happens to be on the 7th fret. And let's go back to the station. Let's try that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5th fret station. Go to the 7th fret station. Back to the 2nd fret station. It's 2, 5, 7, and 2. 2, 5, 7, and 2. Speed up a little bit. 5, 7, and 2, 2, 5, try something a little different. We're going to squeeze down on the chord. And every time we strum, we're going to squeeze down like we're putting our brakes on the train, right? Putting the brakes on and then let go of the brakes. Just like a train. And we're going to do that when we get to the 5th fret. Pump the brakes on 7. Okay, all aboard, here we go. We're going to start the train off. 5th fret. 7th fret. Back to the 2nd fret. Excellent. Now let's pump the brakes. 5th fret. 7th fret. 2nd fret. All right, let's speed it up. 5th fret. Go to the 7th station, 7th fret station. Back to the 2nd fret. Woo! We got the route now. 2, 5, 7. What if we want to go back to the 5th? 7, go back to 5, 2, 5, 7, 5, 2. Now let's pump the brakes. 5. Awesome. So, in case you wanted to know, you were playing a G chord. On the 5th fret, you're playing B flat. And on the 7th fret, that's a major triad of a C chord. B flat. And our G chord, of course. So we could play that same thing with regular chords. It'd be or we could do it this way. So in this instance, we are letting that G string, and I have a low G ukulele here. If you have a high G, it's going to sound a little different. I'll play it on the high G for you. The high G is going to sound like this. Almost the same. And when we add that G note in the G chord, it's a G major. We're going to add the G onto that B flat triad because it's going to be in the same key. And then when we add the G, a G is a part of a C chord anyway, so that becomes a C chord. All right, that's a wrap. So I hope you enjoyed that little fun skill builder. Hope you rocked out. And just remember, keep the motor running. Keep the train on the tracks. Remember to pump the brakes every once in a while to add a little dynamics. Kev from the Tiki Nation. We'll see you in the next one. You're doing great. Keep practicing.
Because done is better than perfect.